Hey everybody, I'm Bo Blaze.
And I'm Chris Park, and welcome to Comedians Talk to Porn Stars.
The show where we have fun conversations with cool people who just happen to be adult entertainers.
This week, Bo and I talk to Codi Vore.
This episode is sponsored by the wonderful, beautiful Why Not Network. How do we love Codi Vore, Chris?
Oh, she was a really fun interview, and she's adorable and amazing.
Yes, she does have large breasts also.
Yeah, very large.
Yes.
Very large.
And natural.
Naturally large.
I'm afraid of things poking me.
It's not what I hear.
I got my asshole bit by an ant. How dare you ask me tit questions? And they milk me. Boobs are hilarious. The American mythology. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Why did I masturbate to that? I want to be eaten by a dick. Really surreal.
It's Comedians Talk to Porn Stars! Brought to you by the Blazo Network and the New Jersey Comedy Syndicate. Today we have the beautiful, the amazing Codi Vore.
Hey.
Hello.
We're so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
It's good when it's like that, both excited. Folks, I want to introduce to you my co-host, Chris Park.
Hey, here I am, everybody. Yay. She clapped for me.
Jesus, don't clap for him.
I know.
I don't, so no, that's okay.
He's a jerk. Thank you, Cody.
Sorry.
I am a jerk. Cody, how have you been these crazy days here in the last couple of months?
That is the toughest question I'm going to be asked, I think, today, because in some ways I'm doing really, really well and I'm feeling really, really good. And in other ways, very, very not. So, it's tough times. Things are hard. Things are complicated.
I think maybe the best we can expect at this point is to still be breathing. That's.
Ooh, you ever just take in a nice deep breath into the lungs? Like, wow, I'm really glad I can do that.
Yes, that is a pleasure. Just so you know, we always like to start out with a little prayer. What would you call us, Chris? Observant?
Maybe a little spiritual.
Yeah, a little spiritual. So we like to start out with a little prayer. I'm sure you're going to know this one. Please join in. Ready, Chris?
Yes.
Okay. Our great Stevie, in the infernal names of Asmodeus, News Corp, and Time Warner, Viacom, Disney, we invoke your wisdom and mercy. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Very important. We need to thank our overlords.
Of course, that is the corporate owner prayer from your video. Tommy Lauren flashes tits live.
And what tremendous tits they are.
Yes, they are tremendous. You have tremendous tits. That is true.
I've heard that before.
Now, how do you say that beast's name? I mean, that person's name. Is it Tommy Lauren?
I think it's tomato lozenge.
Oh,
is it?
Yeah.
That's a really good description.
I like Tampon Larry. That one's I think that's.
So tell us about that show and your obvious love for Tommy Lauren.
Tommy Lauren actually went to the same university that I did. And so I felt like I had kind of a little bit of a connection to her because of the university that we went to. And the first one I filmed was actually at that university. So don't tell them that I shot porn there, but I did.
Forgive me, but back to the breasts for a minute. I hear that you have K-cups. Now, is that a coffee thing or is that...
I mean, bra sizes are just really random. It changes like day to day, brand to brand. K is a good designation, I guess.
On your, let's see, what is it? Pornhub, it lists you as an L.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, you're an L cup.
Sure.
Sure.
It's all over. People really want to know the number. Like, they'll be looking at my naked boobs and be like, what size are they? I mean, they're this size.
They only have one hand free at that point. They need to hear it so they can come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. It's funny because I know that any woman that goes into Victoria's Secret comes out going, there is no fucking way I'm that bra size.
Oh, yeah, no. For a long time, I would go to Victoria's Secret and get sized, and they'd give me like a horribly wrongly sized bras and then give them to me to try on.
You're a something L. What is the difference between, I hope you don't mind that I'm asking you tit questions. You seem to be an expert.
How dare you ask me tit questions?
Clearly, you must be like a triple this or a double. When does it become double or triple?
F and D, I think you get doubles, and after that, there's no doubles.
Oh.
It's been so long since I fit into any of the Ds that I don't remember anymore.
I think there's Triple H, but that's wrestling.
Triple H, that's different.
That's wrestling, yeah, okay. So you're clearly pretty outspoken on hot button issues. Is there anything about your politics you want to share?
I guess I'm hoping that there is a revolution of thought taking place. Younger generations are figuring things out for themselves, and that those younger generations are going to take power eventually, and that will hopefully change things. That's my optimistic take on everything. But overall, I really think that there is a kind of worship of some of these ideals in American culture. We are not allowed to question a lot of things. I was raised, with a lot of indoctrination into the American mythology. And I encourage people to read books like Lies My Teacher Told Me or A People's History of the United States, because there's a lot of our history that is not being taught.
You should probably then check out our new series called Park Politics with Chris Park. So,
Shoot you a link.
I think right now there's a lot of left versus right, and the problem is actually bottom versus top.
Yep. Oh my God, I am in love with you.
Thank you.
We firmly believe here that everyone sucks. And in the words of my great guru, Bill Hicks, politics is just one guy with his hand up two puppets' asses.
Yep. That's what it is. But I love how you said that line about it's bottom to top and not left, right. I say that at least once a week.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that into my parents lately, but...
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanksgiving should be great.
Give me my turkey. That's it.
That goes right with my next question. When we did our episode with Mina Wolf, she was talking about having a Vore fetish.
Was it the turkey guy?
Wanted to make her cook a whole real turkey.
Was his name Timmy Turkey?
I don't know. I don't think she said what his name was.
I don't know if that was his name, but he wanted to be Timmy Turkey.
I think we just outed poor Tim, the turkey man.
There's a lot of Tims who want to be turkeys and eaten by a porn star.
Yeah, I want to be a turkey eaten by a porn star, so it's no shame to Timmy Turkey.
But anyway, so Codi Vore...
Is that French?
No, it's not French, Chris. But it is a fetish. That's where the Vore comes from, I assume.
Yes.
Are you especially into it, or how did you get into it, or why is it part of your name?
I don't know. I think fetishes are awesome, and I have a lot of fetishes, but Vore is the fetish that I had pre-programmed. Like the other fetishes, like I've kind of discovered them, or like I've kind of like taken a liking to them. But Vore I was into before I knew that it was a fetish, before I knew that there was a community for it. I didn't even realize it was a sexual thing. And I didn't know that it was porn, but I had discovered on accident a like choose your own adventure Vore story. Like I was telling my friends, I'm like, look at how insane this is. This is bizarre. What is happening with this? Isn't this fascinating? I can't stop reading it. It's so weird.
I just looked it up. Vorophilia, or Vore, is a paraphilia characterized by erotic desire to be consumed, or sometimes to personally consume another person or creature, or erotic attraction to the process of eating in general.
Right. Paraphilia means fetish, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure.
I'm basic. It said something in there about digestion.
Controversial.
People fantasize about being turned into poo.
So actually scat is a very controversial Vore space because the majority of Vore consumers are not into scat. And in fact, it is a turn off. Digestion's a lot more common, swallowed but not digested, like spit back up again.
I saw one the other day when I was researching this. Big giant woman swallowed someone whole and then pooped him out whole.
That's the thing about fetishes is they're not realistic situations all the time.
Well, it's fantasy, right?
It's a fantasy. I have a theory for why people develop vore fetishes. Fairy tales and cartoons, even like advertising, you see vore all the time. I think when you're a kid, you know that like if you get eaten, you die. Why are we joking about eating people? This doesn't make sense in my little kid brain because this seems like a horror situation. You're really little and you come in contact with these like really kind of traumatic, jarring situations with your favorite cartoon characters, and the wires just kind of get crossed.
You said you didn't really realize it was sexual or anything, but has that fetish become sexual for you?
It is definitely a hot thing for me, and I am submissive. And I do like extreme power play. I do sometimes fold it into like other sexual things. And I think a lot of people do. I think there are a lot of asexual people who are into vore. They are not interested in sex with people, but they like vore and it arouses them. Now within the vore sphere, there's not just eating somebody orally. There's also eating somebody vaginally. They call it unbirthing, absorbing into the vagina. There's also cock vore, which is like as if your dick was a snake and you ate people with your dick, which by the way, I find really hot.
I do that at least weekly. I like to eat people with my dick. I mean, come on.
And then you don't digest them. You turn them into cum and then you cum them out again.
I'm starting to get this. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. And then you can get into cannibal fetish. Like with vore, there's kind of this soft vore. You eat somebody and like they're not being chewed. There's not like gore. But then if you go into the cannibal fetish, there is gore. And that's when you get like, like Hannibal Lecter style.
What I take from this is that there's a core fetish. I'll find out your core fetish when you need to rub one out quick. What do you think about it? That's a core fetish. And most of the time, I think we find that it comes from something that you enjoyed when you were younger. For me, I'm a reaction junkie.
And that's why you got into comedy.
I'm sure it is. No, it's all about me. That's what it's about, I think. But I think what does happen is we have some of these cartoons or whatever, and then your very normal brain starts to become online sexually. And then you start putting them together, and all of a sudden you become aroused by something else you happen to like. Or like I can remember the first time my dick ever moved. Very specifically, I was watching the old Batman and Robin show. Batgirl was in the green goo. Ooh. In her latex outfit, dying and drowning, and Batman comes and saves her and takes her out of the goo, and the goo is just all over her body, and he's saving her, and I all of a sudden went, what the fuck is that?
Going on down there?
What the hell's going on down there? Yeah. So who have you been working with lately? Mostly yourself or other people? Or
mostly myself, although the two people I shoot with more than anybody are Tegan Trex and Summer Hart. They're my very close friends. I've been working with them for a long time, and I think they're awesome. And we shot some kind of weird stuff.
What was the weird stuff?
There was one of them that we shot where I'm like the mean girl and bragging about how awesome my tits are, and they dare me to stick them in the stair railing, and then they get stuck, and then they undress me and taunt me for a little while before oiling them up so that we can squeeze them out of the rail. Then there was another one we did where I am like a cow. Hey, I bought this cow woman off the street. Apparently her milk is, really a blessing. And I'm the whole time, I'm just kind of like dumb cow girl, and then they put me on all fours and they milk me, and then they drink the milk and they become docile cows themselves. It's fetish porn.
You said you're a sub, so is there like an interest in that vibe, like the humiliation and the vibe of being just a thing and being milked?
It's an easy space for me to get into, I think. Yeah.
We also saw you did an ASMR with them.
The eating Cheetos and eating ice cream. Yeah.
How do you feel about ASMR stuff?
Okay, sometimes when I'm really anxious, I will go on YouTube and I will watch Korean videos of people destroying makeup. because I like how it sounds and how it looks. I never understood it from a sexual perspective, but from a I need to disassociate for a little bit. I understand it.
Isn't it great how fucked up we are as a species?
Yeah.
We did some ASMR at Blazo.
They didn't go far.
The best one, though, I think, was we did
I'm comedian Chris Park.
Chris doing
100 animal jokes.
We figured we're comedians, so let's just do jokes.
Because I love animals. I love animals.
Oh, yeah. I love.
Huge fan of animals.
Animal.
I just want you to know
That's our ASMR.
that this isn't a usual hat I wear.
We're basically mocking him
And I think I'm killing it with this hat.
with text.
Oh, yeah. Some may disagree with me, but animals.
You know, we enjoyed your teaser clip from your upcoming full-length mime porn movie.
Yeah. Full length is in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we encourage you. Your technique
Good.
was fabulous. I did notice you even had a little bit of a, as you were going to grab the cock, I saw the arms kind of doing that Marcel Marceau way.
I already have the makeup.
Excellent. Did you have any names in mind for your mime porn?
I didn't. No. Do you have some names in mind?
Marcel Marceau.
Marcel Marceau.
Well, Marcel Marceau, of course, the famous French mime. You're very young. You may not know that.
I did read the Wikipedia page on mime. So
Marcel Marbleau would be much better.
Marcel Marbleau, I'm a little more. I like that one more. Yeah.
How about no talking with your mouth full?
No talking with your mouth full.
You can do sequels to it too. Like no talking with your ass full. No talking with your pussy full.
You can only do 3 then, because you'll be out of holes.
Oh, you lack imagination.
We can make holes.
There's ears, nostrils, urethras.
Urethras?
Yeah.
It's a very touchy subject. I don't go with any of that. I've had kidney stones.
I'm gonna make a cock vore video.
Oh.
If I had a penis, I would not want things in my penis.
No, see?
No.
If I had a penis,
If I had a penis.
I penis in the
Off in the morning, I jerk off in the evening.
all over this land. Anyway, so on your Twitter, you talk of surrealism and dick.
2 things you love.
I do love those things.
Is there a relevance to these two? Are they the 2 most important things in your life?
They're things I love. I mean, there's dick. Dick is great. I enjoy dick. It's a fun time. I think I need more dick. I think I have a dearth of dick.
A dearth of dick.
Ooh.
But surrealism, some of my favorite content of all time is surrealist content. I think it's a really good way to kind of get to know yourself. I mean, I guess you could say dick is similar in that way, but...
All kidding aside, though, what is this dick you speak of? No, I'm kidding. Surrealism... For those who don't know, surrealism was a art form from the early 1900s, probably most famous with Salvador Dali. I am a huge Salvador Dali fan. Salvador Dali is everywhere in here.
My favorite surrealism is a comedian named Vernon Chatman, who created a really, really fantastic cartoon recently called The Shivering Truth. Are you familiar with The Shivering Truth?
Yep, very much so.
I love The Shivering Truth, and Xavier Renegade Angel is my all-time favorite cartoon. I kind of also really appreciate the Dadaism and the kind of rejection of high art, so to speak. That's not to say that Dali's work isn't freaking awesome and really good.
I think the coolest thing about Dali was that he did all this crazy surrealist stuff, but his draftsmanship was incredible.
Incredible skill on top of having an incredible piece of art. Are you aware of Vernon Chatman's Final Flesh?
I am not.
Final Flesh was 4 scripts to 4 different amateur fetish production companies. They string together to create one surrealist film. It's full of really, really controversial iconography, really surreal. It's really bizarre. What really makes it good to me is I think that fetishes pull out what is in the subconscious. It's one of the ways that we express our subconscious, because a lot of the time, you masturbate to a fetish thing. You're like, why did I masturbate to that? Like, your critical brain is not thinking about your weird fetish. Like, that is subconscious. That is surreal.
I love your idea. I love your thought process surrounding fetish.
Thank you.
Hey, this episode is sponsored by the wonderful, beautiful Why Not Network, one of the longest running brands in the adult entertainment industry for news, business services, and events. And Jay, one of the owners, is your publicist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Check out the whynotmail.com platform for your adult mail marketing and whynotcam.com for up-to-date news, model interviews, and useful tutorials to help you market yourself and succeed as a performer. Also, Why Not's Community Trade Show and third annual Why Not Cam Awards will be in March of 2021 in Hollywood, California. So, hey, you've been moving up pretty fast in this porn thing.
Guess so.
You seem like you have a great presence on social media. So other than a tremendous amount of hard work, what do you owe all that?
First of all, I owe it to Tegan Trex. She really helped me get started on the right foot. But beyond that, I think people just like authenticity. We're not perfect. And the other thing is that a lot of those imperfections are things that some people really like. And that's the beauty of the internet. You can find all those people who are looking for you.
Yeah, I think that's the whole future of porn on the internet is what you speak of. And the OnlyFans of the world, ManyVids, those things, that's the future of porn because it's allowing the porn star to make a direct connection with their audience.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
Here we go. The lightning round. It is time for the comedy questions.
Woo!
This should be fun. Here we go. Who is your favorite comedian?
I kind of already said this, but Vernon Chatman.
Any other comedians that you've loved over the years?
I love Mark Maron. My favorite YouTuber right now is Jenny Nicholson. I think she's hilarious. Some really funny TikTokers that I love, like the Atomic Twins.
What about your favorite comedy movies and TV programs?
Community is really good. I really liked BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
All right.
BoJack is so good. I love BoJack.
He's my spirit animal.
That's a spirit animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Chicken Run. Shrek. Adult Swim infomercials.
We have a friend on YouTube, Unwanted Commercials. They'll go on Craigslist and they will take just the most random object and then they'll make a commercial for it.
Everybody knows that they're nothing but cooler than a duster. Black leather long coat, but it's also known as a duster. Be sure to tell me which ad you're responding to. Do not call, cause I honestly don't want to talk to you.
That sounds right up my alley. I want to see it.
So in those comedy movies and TV programs, do you have any favorite lines from those movies?
I kind of thought you might ask this question. I pulled up a bit from Shrek that I would like one of you to do with me.
Chris, you do it with her.
Okay.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited. We've never had a live reading from someone's favorite comedy movie. Never. Here we go.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
You're a monster.
I'm not the monster here. You are. You and the rest of that fairy tale trash poisoning my perfect world. Now tell me, where are the others?
Eat me.
I've tried to be fair with you creatures, but now my patience has reached its end. Tell me, or I'll...
No, not the buttons. Not my gumdrop buttons.
All right then, who's hiding them?
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Scene.
I got to tell you, no one has been that prepared in the history of our...
Well, I got anxiety. It's a superpower.
Okay, this is one of my favorite questions. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen on set?
The Wood Rocket Jurassic World parody that we did was all a hoot and a holler. I got like totally painted head to toe in blue paint, which was awesome. But I think the highlight of that was I did a threesome with Robbie Echo and Lauren Phillips, and I had a giant velociraptor tail. And there's a bit where like I'm riding Robbie Echo, and she is holding the dino tail between her tits and doing like a tit job with it.
She didn't mention that last week when we worked with her.
She doesn't want to toot her own horn, but it was brilliant.
She'll toot your tail, though.
Yes, she will.
Okay, so that's one.
There was one time I had to like kind of quickly shave in the bathroom, and there's a lot of coconut oil and honey being used. As a result, there's a lot of ants. I was like shaving on the toilet and I felt something. Will you look at my butthole really quick? Because I think there's ants. And I like turned around and like spread my butt cheeks for her. And she was like, hey, maybe like a little mole. And she goes to touch it. And sure enough, it's an ant, and it was biting my asshole.
Oh, no.
The old ants in the asshole story, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been there.
What is the weirdest request you ever had camming?
One time somebody asked me to clean a windshield with an unused diaper. Okay, yeah. I mean, more power to you. I'm not the one to kink shame, by all means. I mean, I want to be eaten by a dick, so just get that out there.
Why do I find that hot all of a sudden?
See, that's my superpower. That's my job.
So he wanted you to do it with a diaper. I'm listening and going, certainly he wants you to do it with your tits.
That's where you thought it's going.
Yeah, I'm not even a tit guy at all, right? I mean, but should have wrapped your tits in the diaper.
Diaper on each tit.
There you go.
Well, you have very large breasts. I don't know if you're aware of that, but if you could put a diaper on each one.
I could, yeah. Whoa, oh my God. Could you imagine like two little diapered butts? Oh God, you just gave me an idea.
I want credit because I know you're going to do a photo shoot, put a diaper on, and then have diapers on your tits, and that's all you're wearing.
Yeah, I think that would actually really, really work. Okay, one time when I was on cam, somebody came in and gave me this like really long math problem and then set a counter and was like, I'll give you like 5,000 tokens if you can do this math problem. I had my pride wrapped up in this situation. The very end of the problem included cosine of 180 or something like that. So you multiply it all out and it gets to 0. And I figured it out right at the buzzer, and he never paid me.
Well, fuck that
I went just a little over the buzzer. I know. Very mad.
What an ass. He just never expected you to be so smart.
Exactly. This was a thing that I did for a company once. He inflated this like inflatable unicorn, and he handed me a pair of scissors. You got 10 minutes. You are so infatuated with this inflatable unicorn that you have to kill it with these scissors. Go.
Sounds like an acting exercise.
Yeah. I really think that I think that porn and comedy are like best friends. Sex is hilarious. Boobs are hilarious. Anything that's erotic is also hilarious. So they just go like really well together.
That's why comedians and porn stars get along.
Yeah.
Hence, the comedians talk to porn stars.
Comedians talk to porn stars, yeah.
We have a show just like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that show. Here's the famous last question. Tell us a joke.
Tell us a joke has to be the worst setup for a joke. You get put on the spot like that. And I feel like the best jokes happen when you are not expecting the joke to happen. That's how I set up my jokes in my content. Like one of the ways that I've been sneaking jokes into my content is I have been using B-roll. I've been using the B-roll. The hardest part of making the B-roll is keeping it from stinging you when you push it down a hill.
That's not bad.
I'm hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen,
pretty good.
Only from Codi Vore would we get a surreal joke as well as a surreal interview. You are adorable. You are whip smart. You are all those things. Funny as hell. We are very, very happy to have had you. We love your dimples. Are you going to be one of those people that get the piercings in your dimples?
Probably not, no. I'm afraid of things poking me.
It's not what I hear. Anyway, so before you go, let's do our plugs.
If you want to support me, or if you want to see my content, or if you want to see my tits, right now I mostly post on OnlyFans, or I'll post on ManyVids. That's where most of my premium content is. I also post on Pornhub. I have free videos on Pornhub. Just type in Codi Vore into Pornhub. In fact, the more that you type my name into Pornhub, the better my rank gets, which is a nice little thing. Definitely follow me on Twitter if you're interested. I have 2 Twitters. I have a subreddit if Reddit is your game. I think in the future, I'd like to make a YouTube, and I'd like to make a TikTok, and I'd like to make my own personal website. That is in the works.
Yeah, and it's super important, guys. Don't forget that people like Codi Vore, a solo content creator, is making stuff for you, and you need to support her. You can find us at Blazo Network on all our social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. Please subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. Hit the bell so you'll know when your favorite porn star is on. You can also get our tremendously wonderful merch at blazo.com/shop. What a wonderful time we had. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, this episode is sponsored by the wonderful, beautiful Why Not Network, one of the longest running brands in the adult entertainment industry for news, business services, and events. And check out the WhyNotMail.com platform for your adult mail marketing, and WhyNotCam.com for up-to-date news, model interviews, and useful tutorials to help you market yourself and succeed as a performer.